After 2 weeks, Kakashi gathered Team 7 together. Sasuke, Megumi, and Sakura had been pushed to their absolute limits. They felt as though they had been broken down to the last atom and completely rebuilt. But Kakashi was proud. He even only had to use one crutch, his mobility and strength coming back to him. His students had progressed, and now it was time to take their training to the next level. Well, I'm happy to see that 2 weeks of boot camp have really shaped you up. You mean 2 weeks of absolute hell, Sasuke said. You're telling me, Sakura said. Megumi noticed that Sakura was a lot more toned. Sure, she looked completely exhausted, but one thing he had noticed, there were a lot less trees in the forest than there used to be, and the lumbering company in town had a bigger supply of wood. Her muscles had become more defined. There was a presence about her. He couldn't quite put his finger on it, but she wasn't the same girl she used to be. We're going to round out your training by now focusing on curse technique. Curse technique? Sasuke said. But of course, a curse technique, it's from the manipulation of curse energy, something particular, something only to you, like Megumi here, and his inherited 10 Shadows technique. Megumi was the only one of the group that actually had a curse technique, the part of himself that he never really knew, the part that he inherited from his father's side of the Zenin clan, the 10 Shadows technique. Of course, he hadn't fully mastered it. Out of the 10 Shikigami he could summon, he only summoned rabbits, frogs, deer, and the elephant. There were still 6 more for him to unveil, but he hadn't gotten to unraveling that power. And as for Sakura and Sasuke, they hadn't developed techniques of their own. From using a curse technique, your knowledge and ability in curse jutsu will expand. You mean our Jujutsu, Sasuke said. Yes, the 4th discipline. Ninjutsu, Genjutsu, Taijutsu, and finally your Jujutsu. Of course, with curse techniques, that also expands you to potentially learning a domain expansion, but you're far off from even attempting something like that. I doubt any of you would have the strength on your own. Although, Kakashi mused, maybe collectively they could try something. I'm going to show you one of my own techniques. Kakashi would lift his headband. The moment he did so, his Sharingan eye would appear. But what happened next would leave everyone stunned. From out of his Sharingan eye, swirling around him, a large, monstrous creature with a single Sharingan in its forehead would appear. The students would back away fearful as they were in the presence of a cursed spirit. What the hell is that thing? This is the cursed spirit. I keep it sealed away inside of myself, specifically my Sharingan. But your Sharingan is still there. We're linked, Kakashi would say. This cursed spirit, along with myself, we both share a Sharingan. It has a copy of my own. Together, we can both see on the battlefield and coordinate. The cursed spirit would look at the 3. Kakashi. It's all right. They're my students. When you see them, will you protect them for me, Rin? The cursed spirit would nod as it went back inside of Kakashi. You called it Rin, Sakura said. You mean that? Yes. You could say that this curse was born from the death of my friend. Although I don't like to view it like a curse. I view it as a blessing. Someone that watches over me. And you're saying we're capable of doing something like that? Well, you won't know for sure until you actually try. But I have faith that all of you can come with a curse technique of your own. Though what you'll actually be able to perform, that's for you to decide. Still, I will be guiding you through the molding of your cursed energy to see which one truly works out for you. Megami, you already have a curse technique in the 10 Shadows. I would say your goal is to refine your Shikigami, to amplify their strength with the newly found power you've acquired. As for Sakura and Sasuke, I'll be working with you individually to come up with techniques that would work best in your attributes. Kakashi would make shadow clones. The real Kakashi would be working one-on-one with Sasuke, while the clones would be assisting Sakura and Megumi. Over the next week, Team 7 would begin training earnestly in their cursed techniques. Out of all of them, as much as Kakashi would have expected, Sasuke had to come up with the most destructive technique. I have to say, Sasuke, you continue to amaze me. Of all the things you could have come up with, you really had to make something that chaotic. It's just a reflection of what I want. To bring my dream to reality. But at what cost? What are you talking about? This cursed technique is going to destroy you. I should forbid you from ever using it. Don't. Sasuke, you can't change fate to such a degree. Not without consequences. One way or another, you will pay for this power. Is it really worth it? To achieve what I want? Absolutely. Very well. Then I will place a restriction on this power. If you insist on using it, then I will make you enter into a binding vow with me. A binding vow? You could say it's like a promise, a condition made through cursed energy. When a binding vow is made, it could amplify your technique. It could make it stronger, far stronger than this is now. But you must agree to the vow and you must fulfill it with your life. Otherwise, the consequences will be dire. Are you serious? I am. I could put you in a binding vow by force, but I don't want to be that type of teacher. I have faith in you to do the right thing, but please give me a reason to trust you. Fine. What's the vow? Unless I state otherwise, until I give you the authority to use this jutsu of your own accord, you can only use this jutsu when protecting the lives of your comrades and your close friends, or when you're fighting someone who means to take your life. Are you serious? You would restrict me that much? It's only temporary, Sasuke, and it's for your own good. However, I do want to make you a promise. Just because you will have this restriction, it doesn't mean you're weak. I promise you will get stronger, and the time will come when you will be able to use this power as you see fit. But for now, this is the best way. Meanwhile, with Sakura, she would take a different approach. From what I've been able to gather, your chakra control, along with your refined use of cursed energy, I believe learning a simple domain would be in your best interest. Honestly, out of all three of you, I think you would be the one most qualified to use domain expansion at the earliest. Really? You think I could actually do that? Indeed I do. But I believe it has more so to do with your mind than anything else. You're a very fortified individual, able to resist even high level of genjutsu. You have a mental energy that not many shinobi, even seasoned, can replicate. And I believe in your mind that is where your greatest strength resides. Your inner self. Sakura would work on refining her simple domain, while Megami would continue to practice with the 10 shadows. Team 7 would refine their skills, but they also took to helping out with Tazuna in the bridge. One by one, the students would go in doing shifts. While one student stayed behind and trained, the other two would guard Tazuna for the day, and they would rotate. Kakashi having the sinking feeling that sooner or later, Zabuza was going to make his move. For this day, Sakura would be staying back. She had been working extra hard on her technique, and as such, she ended up oversleeping and missing breakfast. Tsunami wanted to wake her up, but Kakashi advised on letting her sleep in for a while. She's really been pushing herself a lot lately. I think giving her some rest would be some good. Sasuke, Megami, we're going to go to the bridge with Tazuna on guard duty. Right. As Sasuke, Megami, and the others would leave, little did they know that today, the fated arrival of their adversaries would be upon them. Zabuza strapped on his gauntlets as he held his sword to his back. Haku next to him, donning his mask. It's almost time. Are you ready, Haku? Yes. Gringo. You know the deal. Right. We're gonna play a little game of hostage. Make sure that they don't die. Once we take out the bridge builder, I'll send word to you. You're not to kill them. Getting soft, eh, Zabuza? I don't kill what doesn't pay. With that, the team would split, as Gringo would head for Tazuna's home, along with two of Gato's thugs. Zabuza will be able to take care of the brats, Gringo said. Though, if everything goes as I planned, they'll destroy each other. I thought you were working together, Gato's henchman would ask. You would like to think that, wouldn't you? He's nothing but a failed revolutionary who can't see the clouds for the trees. He's always existing in his fairy tale, believing that he can overthrow the system. Quite frankly, I've tolerated his foolish ideals for long enough. Zabuza's been nothing more but a meal ticket for me. You really think I want things to change? I have a good racket here, and pretty soon I'm going to be stumbling into an even greater fortune. There's a lot that you can sell on the black market, and I'll have plenty of spoil of choice when it's all said and done. Damn, you really are a cold-hearted bastard, aren't you? As long as everything goes to plan, then both sides will destroy each other. I even have an extra inning with Gato. He'll make sure to finish the job, and I can pick the scraps. Like a vulture. Even vultures have to pick and choose their spots, boys. After all, that is the life of a scavenger. As they arrived to the bridge, a fog had begun to roll in. Many of Tazuna's workers laid on the ground, beaten and wounded. What the hell? What happened? Tazuna, get away! They're after you! I'm not running from anyone. This is my home, damn it. Gato, show yourself. You want to get to them? Well, I'm right here. Immediately, a large demon wind shuriken came charging towards him, only for it to be blocked at the last second by Sasuke. They would get into formation protecting Tazuna as the mist rolled deeper, and suddenly 12 Zabuzas surrounded them. I told you we would meet again, Kakashi. And I see you're still rolling around with your little brats. Look at him, still trembling. I thought maybe he would have overcome his fear, but it's understandable. You're wrong, Sasuke said. Hey, Kakashi. Go ahead, Sasuke. In one flash, all of the clones had been dispersed. Water clones reduced back to the element from which they came. I'm trembling with excitement. Uchiha. Pesky Sharingan. Haku would come out of nowhere, but before he could even land a strike, Megami intercepted him, forcing him back on the defensive. Multiple Shikigami rabbits would come swarming towards him, the rabbits being taken out by the needle Sinbun, only for Sasuke to sneak in through the blind spot, kicking at Haku and forcing him back once again. So you've managed to level up a bit. They seem like they'll be tough for you, Haku. Kakashi has made for you some fine rivals. It seems he has. Who do you think you're fooling? Sasuke said, hiding behind that mask. We all know you're not really a tracker ninja. You're just working with Zabuza, right? So, you've managed to see through the truth. But tell me, Haku would say, do you really think that will change anything? Listen, I don't like unnecessary violence. We have no quarrel with you. Even if we take the life of the bridge builder, I doubt it will reflect poorly on you to your village. After all, you will have gotten into a fight with shinobi who are superior to you. No one will look down on you with shame or fire style, fireball jutsu, ice style, ice shield jutsu. Haku would create an ice shield from the water on the bridge, blocking the flames. There were twin fire-style fireball jutsus launched by Megami and Sasuke, and they were powerful. The ice shield had actually cracked a little bit. Do you really think we're gonna run? We're not letting the old man die, and we're not letting you get away. If you know what's good for you, Megami would say, it's you who should run. Because one way or another, if you choose to stay and fight, you will die. Wow, Kakashi. You must truly be a terrible teacher to let such arrogance run free. It's not arrogance. I just teach my students to speak the truth. And it will become a reality. You won't escape this time, Zabuza. Tell me, can you still see the future, Kakashi? I do. And you're not in it. Meanwhile, at the home of Tazuna, his daughter, Tsunami, was cleaning up the dishes from that morning's breakfast, setting aside a plate for the sleeping Sakura, when suddenly her doors would be kicked down. Inari was in another room hearing as his mother was dragged outside, Gringo laughing with small little monster-like gremlins beside him. He was the shaman of the land of waves, so why was he here? His mother was being held down and tied with rope. As Inari would run outside, Gringo would grin at the boy. Inari, run away! Get out of here, please! Ah! Now, there's no need to run. No one's going to get hurt. We're just here to do a little chit-chatting. Yeah, your father's been causing Mr. Gato a lot of problems. You know, Gringo said, a fine piece like you shouldn't be left to raise a boy all alone. I mean, between having an irresponsible father, Tsunami would spit in Gringo's face. Shut the hell up! Don't you dare talk about him to me! You killed him! You summoned those demons and killed him, you son of a bitch! Ah! Let her go! Inari would say. He held a kitchen knife in his hands. Let go of my mom! Huh. Anybody ever tell you not to play with knives, kid? It's really not in your best interest. Inari, leave him alone! Don't you dare touch my son, you... You got a foul mouth on you, Gringo said. Hey, boy. Yeah, you remember your father? You know, he tried to play hero once, and that didn't work out for him. But the son doesn't have to be as foolish as the father now. You're a big boy, so you should know the truth. The truth is, in this world, there are no heroes. There are only winners and losers. And in case you haven't seen, you live in shit, boy! You really want to play hero? Let me tell you how that's going to go. You're going to watch everyone you love die. You've already seen what happened to Daddy. Grandpa's not too far behind, and I'll be honest, with the way your mom's looking at me right now, I don't know how soon she'll be in the grave, maybe before or after I have my fun. You come from a family full of losers. You align yourself with losers. You call a bunch of losers to defend you, and this is what you're going to get. So tell me, you gonna be a winner or you gonna be a loser, kid? Your choice. I don't care. You let go of my mother right now! Inari, don't! Gato's thugs had placed him on the ground, drawing out their sword and holding it to his throat. Inari! Leave him alone, please! I'll do whatever you want. Please, just don't hurt my son! You're pretty brave, huh, kid? Please don't. From out of nowhere, 2 shurikens would be launched. Gato's thugs, wielding their blades, would swat them off. But instantly, the shurikens transformed. From out of nowhere, 2 Sakuras would appear. With a roundhouse kick, the thugs would be knocked to the ground. The real Sakura would emerge, as Gringo would turn at the last moment, catching her by the wrist. But the girl was strong. She actually managed to flip him over. He would catch his distance, as Sakura would move to free both Tsunami and Inari, as mother and son would huddle together. You guys okay? Good job, Inari. You managed to buy me some time. Thank you. I thought all of you would squatter off to the bridge, Gringo said. So, the wannabe shaman decides to show himself. I should have known you were in bed with a sleazeball like Gato. Well, of course. That sleazeball is the golden goose. And I do love golden eggs in the morning. You've been leeching off of this land for long enough, but it ends now. Is that right? You think I'm scared of you, little girl? Zabuza told me all about you. You're just a Genin. I'm a Jonin. Long time. I've eaten small worms like you. Chew you up and spit you out. You ain't nothing special. Suddenly, Sakura found herself surrounded by a swarm of cursed spirits. I believe in overwhelming force, strength in numbers. These here are my companions. You want to know the funny thing about a grift? It's like an infinite glitch for money. I send out these pesky little things all over the land. They terrorize, they bruise, sometimes they kill. The people come asking for relief. I sell them a hope and a dream. And then I call off my swarm. And then they just come right back. And I sell a stronger charm. Over and over and over again. Because they're too blind to see the truth. And what truth is that? That everyone only cares about themselves. I've seen people fight in the streets over my charms. Brother turning on brother, sister turning on sister. They leave each other in beaten and broken piles, everyone scrounging around for a little scrap of peace and security. It proves how much their life is worth. You keep them divided, and they keep wanting more. That's the essence of this world, all hailing to the mighty Rio. It doesn't matter who you are. In the end, man is selfish, wicked, and cruel. And those who try to change that fate, well, they're the ones who live the hardest lives. Isn't that right, little Inari? You're mocking his father's death? A death that you caused? You make me sick. Sakura's bloodlust would begin to leak off of her body, her cursed energy beginning to rise exponentially as she looked into the eyes of Gringo. As a shinobi, we're taught to keep our emotions in check, to use that rage to fuel our jutsu. But to be honest, I really hate you right now. Ooh, I'm so scared. You should be. Because I can't hold it back for too long. I'm going to kill you. Don't make promises you can't keep. On this day, the final battle in the Land of Waves would begin. This concludes Naruto King of Curses. What if Naruto was a Jujutsu Sorcerer, the Land of Waves arc, Part 6. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that's to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned tomorrow as we continue and conclude Naruto King of Curses. What if Naruto was a Jujutsu Sorcerer, the Land of Waves arc, Part 7, the finale to the Land of Waves arc. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.